Namaste. Welcome to German language lesson 20. Today, first we shall see a story, The Optimist and the Pessimist, and this being the very last episode of this series, let us also have a conclusion. In German, Lektion 20 und Geschichte heißt Der Optimist und der Pessimist und der Abschluss. Heute ist der letzte Tag, so wir haben der Abschluss. Der Optimist und der Pessimist. Who is an optimist? An optimist always thinks positive. A pessimist always thinks negative. So to bring in this idea, I have brought you a story. As we have been doing in all the previous episodes, through stories we are learning vocabulary, structures and the grammar also. In this story, after the whole story is over, we are going to also get a connection with language learning. So let us now get into this story. An einem Sonntag im Sommer machen zwei Frösche einen Spaziergang. Two frogs go on a walk on a summer Sunday. Sie springen durch die Wiesen und kommen schließlich zu einem Bauernhaus. They hop through the meadows and finally come to a farmhouse. An einem Sonntag im Sommer machen zwei Frösche einen Spaziergang. Sie springen durch die Wiesen und kommen schließlich zu einem Bauernhaus. Dort ist ein Kellerfenster offen. There is a cellar window open. Sofort springen die Frösche auf einen Kartoffelhaufen im Keller. The frogs immediately jump onto a pile of potatoes in the cellar. Dort ist ein Kellerfenster offen. Sofort springen die Frösche auf einen Kartoffelhaufen im Keller. Von da hüpfen sie vergnügt zum Weinglas, von Äpfeln zum Sauerkraut, über Flaschen und Marmeladengläser, von einer Ecke zur anderen. Von da hüpfen sie vergnügt zum Weinfass, von Äpfeln zum Sauerkraut, über Flaschen und Marmeladengläser, von einer Ecke zur anderen. From there, they happily hop to the wine barrel, from the apples to the pickled cabbage, over the bottles and the jars which are filled with jam, from one corner to the other corner. The two frogs, which have gone on a walk, suddenly have come across a farmhouse. They jump through the cellar window into the cellar, and over there in the cellar there are a lot of things. So these two frogs jump from one corner to the other corner to the other. Then what happens? Im Keller, what is the thing that's going on? So im Keller ist es nicht sehr hell und so fallen die beide plötzlich in einem Topf mit Milch. So it's not very bright in that basement or in the cellar, and so both of them suddenly fall into a pot of milk. Im Keller ist es nicht sehr hell, bright. So fallen beide, both, plötzlich, suddenly, in einem Topf, Pot mit Milch. Im Keller ist es nicht sehr hell und so fallen beide plötzlich in einem Topf mit Milch. Der einer denkt, so one of them thinks, jetzt ist alles aus. Ich habe es ja immer gewusst. One thinks, now it's all over. 𝗧𝗦𝗧 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧. I always knew it. I thought one fine day such sort of thing will happen. That's what that frog thought. Nur einmal schwamm die Wand des Topfes entlang. He swims along the side of the pot or the wall of the pot only once. So einer denkt, der einer denkt, jetzt ist alles aus. Ich habe es ja immer gewusst. Nur einmal schwimmt die Wand des Topfes entlang. Verliert dann jede Hoffnung und trinkt. Verliert dann jede Hoffnung und trinkt. He then loses all hope and drowns. Ist pessimist. He is a pessimist. Verliert dann jede Hoffnung. Hoffnung, hope. Und trinkt and drowns. Ist pessimist. He is a pessimist. Now what about the other frog? Der andere ist aber optimist. The other frog is however an optimist. Schwimmt und schwimmt. He swims and swims. Denkt, ich will weiterleben. Das Leben ist eine feine Sache. He thinks, I want to keep living. Life is a wonderful thing. So der andere aber ist Optimist. Schwimmt und schwimmt. Denkt, ich will weiterleben. Das Leben ist eine feine Sache. Stundenlang bewegt sich unermüdlich durch die Milch. Und am Ende sitzt todmüde, aber glücklich auf einer Butterkugel. Stundenlang bewegt sich unermüdlich durch die Milch. Und am Ende sitzt todmüde, aber glücklich auf einer Butterkugel. He moves tirelessly through the milk for some hours. Hours together he moves. And at the end he sits dead tired, but happily on a ball of butter. If you people can recollect, in one of the episodes we heard this word todmüde. So, was lernen wir daraus? What do we learn from this story? Before what we learn, we'll just quickly repeat this sentence. Stundenlang bewegt sich unermüdlich durch die Milch und am Ende sitzt todmüde, aber glücklich auf einer Butterkugel. So through this story, how can we connect it with learning of German? I like this story very much for one simple reason, that all of us must be optimistic in our life. Let it be learning German language or let it be whatever may be the problem, we should not lose our hope. Just as how that frog was swimming in the milk without losing the hope, we should also face that problem and try to solve it. And finally, what did happen to the frog? It got dead tired and it was sitting on a ball of butter. Where did the butter come from? Butter is in the milk itself. Because the frog was continuously swimming, the milk got churned. And because of that complete churning, continuous churning, a butter started gathering around its feet. And when butter started gathering around its feet, ultimately when it was tired, it could not swim, It just said, okay, no more. But by the time it was actually on a ball of butter. Similarly, you people who are learning German, what we learn from this story is this. Who are learning German should also not feel like the first frog who was a pessimist. You should also be optimistic. Learning a language is not an easy task. Yes, learning a language is not an easy task. But you need to learn with that spirit which we say as hope. Please don't compare yourself with someone else and say that particular student, that particular person, he or she could learn it quickly. Why am I not able to learn? In your case, it may be different. So my dear friends, I want to give you a message through this story. Be like the frog which is optimistic. Don't be pessimistic. Always have the hope. Yes, you can do it. You try hard. Definitely you will. So that concludes our story. And as I told you, today I am going to give the final conclusion. So we have been seeing this series, and as I time and again repeated in every episode practically, we were trying to introduce the language to you and inspire you to learn the language. Truly speaking, we can't bring in everything of the language and give it to you in just this couple of episodes. It's not possible. It's a vast subject which you need to learn. So what is my conclusion to you, or what is my message to you? What do I want to convey in this final episode? The first thing what I want to tell you is about a saying in German. It says, "Die Grenzen meiner Sprache sind die Grenzen meiner Welt." Die Grenzen meiner Sprache sind die Grenzen meiner Welt. Meaning, the boundaries of my language are the boundaries of my world. The boundaries of my language. I know one language, so my boundaries are just only to that extent. I know more than one language, 2, then it increases, 3, it increases, like that. My boundaries increase. In other words, if I learn only one language, I can only manage myself where that language is spoken. As an example, I know only Telugu, only Hindi. Then I can manage myself only in India, in Telangana, in Andhra, or where Hindi or Telugu is spoken. I know English, then my world increases. Now that I am learning German, I can even go to Germany. So the boundaries of my language are the boundaries of my world. Then the next one, what I want to say. Sprache ist der Schlüssel zur Welt. Sprache ist der Schlüssel zur Welt. Language is the key to the world. If you have language with you, you can practically get to any place and have a survival over there. You can live over there. Now, why you people are learning this language? To go to Germany, obvious. It's an obvious reason. You want to study over there, you want to work over there. As we had thought in the very beginning, in our first curtain raiser episode, why students are learning this language? Because you have opportunities in German universities. You have opportunities to study over there, to work over there. So language is such sort of a key which can open the doors of your world. So try to learn the language so that your future is made. The next what I want to tell you is, wer fremde Sprachen nicht kennt, 𝗧-𝗦𝗔𝗧 Anyone who doesn't know a foreign language doesn't know their own. Wer fremde Sprachen nicht kennt, who does not know any foreign languages. I have used fremde Sprachen plural, though I have given you singular in my meaning. Weiß nichts von seiner eigenen, does not know his own language. This is not a word which I am telling you. It was told by a great man from literature in German. What does this actually imply? What does it mean? If you want to know your own language, you need to know one more language. That has been the policy in India. Why do we have first language, second language, third language? It's the very same policy. Once you learn one language, okay. But when you learn another language, your both languages, they get strong. Like they try to develop more and more languages. I don't mean that you should become a polyglot learning every language. Then you will be master of none. No, don't do that. You have picked up this language to learn this language, learn it thoroughly. You will definitely understand many things in your own mother tongue. At times in our episodes also we try to compare German with our mother tongue. Why? The reason is this, because not only the German has relationships with Sanskrit, but any language for that matter, somewhere or the other looks like the other language. So that's why wer Fremdsprachen nicht kennt, weiß nichts von seiner eigenen. Next. Sprache bringt alle zusammen. Language brings all together. As I told you, when I know one language, my area of working, my area of operating is only limited. But when I learn one more, it increases. Like that, one more, it increases. So it brings everyone together. See, when I know the language, I can communicate with you, I can talk to you, I can understand what you say. If I don't know your language and you don't know my language, that's what it actually means. So language brings all of us together. It may be German, it may be any language for that matter. So, Sprache bringt alle zusammen. Sprache ist eine Kommunikationsmittel. Meaning, language is a means of communication. Why do we actually need a language? It is to communicate. That is the main purpose of the language. So it is a medium of communication. Through language only we can actually communicate. For that matter, even our computers also have their own language. Don't they? Yes. So language is a means of communication. Sprache ist eine Kommunikationsmittel. Finally, what would I like to tell you? Üben Sie die Aussprache. Practice the pronunciation. Üben Sie die Grammatik. Practice the grammar. Korrigieren Sie Ihre Fehler. Correct your mistakes. Very important aspect. Correct your mistakes. Notieren Sie neue Wörter. Note down new words with their meanings, with their genders, plurals, everything, all the information, whatever you need for that word. Let it be noun, let it be verb, adjective, adverb, whatever it is. Make a list of them. Sprechen Sie mit Ihren Freunden. Speak in German with your friends. Remember, hören, sprechen, lesen und schreiben. Listening, speaking, reading and writing. These 4 are the 4 skills of language. The same which I had told you in the very beginning in the curtain raiser also. Listening, speaking, reading and writing. All these 4 skills need to be given equal importance when you are learning the language. So give enough practice for your listening, for your speaking, reading and writing. Just quickly, whatever I had told you about these 4 aspects from in my previous episodes. Listening. Listen to German conversations from radio, from television. Speak with your friends who are learning German along with you. Read some stories, some small articles in newspapers, etc. And always, whatever you listen, whatever you speak, whatever you read, write them down. Writing practice also needs to be given. So, with this, I conclude today's episode in which we had seen the story, Der Optimist und der Pessimist, and some words of conclusion. But before I say completely, I want to take leave. Before that, I want to thank each and every person over here in TSAT, right from our CEO to including the personnel also, everyone for giving me this opportunity to come before you and share my knowledge of German with you. Over here, I just want to mention one small aspect. I tried to be as far as possible correct with my expressions and all. But in case, if anywhere there was a typo failure, please excuse me for that. Because while preparing these lessons, in case if anywhere some small errors have come up, then please excuse me. I have tried my level best not to get the errors. And I want to say something to you people that I would like to show on the screen. So it is, I wish you all the best for your future and lot of success in learning this language, going to Germany, either on study purpose or work purpose, become successful over there and do get name not only to yourself but to our country also. So with this, I would like to take leave of you for the last time in this series of German language. So, vielen Dank für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit. Gute Nacht. Auf Wiedersehen. Thank you.